Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Today, we've got a team that's been great at defending the pass. The Broncos are top 10 at defending the pass, and they'll be going up against the Buccaneers, who will need to solve that secondary. With that, it's time to hook up with our commentators in the booth as we turn it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, we are at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, as you get a look at Sports Authority Field at Mile High. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Denver Broncos. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Bucs, they coming off their very first loss of the year, suffered a week ago.
Yeah, it will not be a perfect season, but I'm interested to see how they bounce back now that they know that chasing the 1972 Dolphins is out the window.
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They'll be led out by their 6'4" quarterback, the former #1 overall pick in 2015, Jameis Winston.
I loved our discussion this week. You know, we had our weekly phone call to talk about our game coming up, and we had to reflect on the fact that he won the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award last week, yet his team lost. You don't see that very often.
No, I know a lot of people dislike that, but when you look at the numbers across the conference from last week, he was clearly the best. So I say the award goes to him, and it did.
Yeah, I agree with you totally. He was so good, they just couldn't ignore him.
That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle, and they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for it with McCoy. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. It was just 3rd down and short, but he bit off a little extra.
I would say way more than he could chew, but he chewed up all that yardage in a big way. And that, to me, that was a combination of offensive line, stacked defense, and they handled it. Okay, they got the leverage, they got the blocking angles, and opened up a nice crease. And once you get past that first wave, there's room to roam.
Yeah, that's just the 3rd play from scrimmage. They wanted to avoid that 3 and out. They did. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll have another first down and more. And he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Now a first down carry here from McCoy. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Second down, 9 yards to go. They'll try to throw now. Winston. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Von Miller. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. I know some of the talk after last week's loss was the O-line struggles. They gave up 4 sacks. He got hit here and taken down again, so that's something to monitor.
It is something to monitor, but they've got to help their offensive line out. Maybe a little bit different play calling, right? Draws, screens, get the ball out of the quarterback's hands quicker, maybe some quick game passes. All of that to try and help slow down a pass rush and make things easier on their offensive line.
The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
This give is to McCoy. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Second down to the offense, needing 5 yards. To throw, Winston. And he's got his tight end, Howard. It's a Buccaneer touchdown. O.J. Howard, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the fourth quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, they'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. They go play action here on first down. That one taken in by Carlos Henderson. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. Fresh set of downs here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Second down following the run. Now Bridgewater. Complete out right to Jake Butt. That one goes for 24 yards.
I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
He's going to go up top for the... And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone. And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game. And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best. Now a play fake here on first down, eluding the pressure right. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or two shy of the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. He is tough to bring down, Jameis Winston. Charles, I remember calling a baseball game of his. He played baseball at Florida State, too. And you saw his legs, tree trunks sprayed in to those baseball pants. I said, how could anybody bring this guy down? And that's part of the beauty of his game because he has that toughness, that thick body. He may not beat you sprinting, but he's real sharp with his mind, and he knows how to get away from people. He'll turn and give this to McCoy running right. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. LaShawn McCoy, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield. And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right? Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock. Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. And it's the Panthers there out to the early advantage. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchdown. And Denver getting set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again. And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Second down throw for Bridgewater. And he spots Henderson open left side. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first. That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a loose football. And the Buccaneers have it. So a first quarter fumble in the rain, and this isn't supposed to let up. They've had flash flood warnings just once. And they still need 8 yards for the first here on 2nd down. Bridgewater now after the fumble recovery. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And that one results in 35 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. Teddy Bridgewater with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. And that score and the point after will knock this ball game up.
And when you're playing from behind, all you want to do is get back to even and, in a sense, start over again. That's exactly what they were able to accomplish.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hoping now to get back in the end zone on this 4th possession. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, and now he bowls him over, pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
2nd down, Winston. And he fires one incomplete. He was trying to find O.J. Howard. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
On 3rd down, Winston. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. second down, Bridgewater. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs. From the gun, Bridgewater. And that is incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Pulled in at the 24. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. So out come the Bucs now. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the...
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Brandon Marshall coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Now Jameis on second down. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
When Mike Evans sees man coverage, I don't think he's the only guy who gets excited. I'll guarantee the guy throwing the ball does, because guess what? He's got a lot of options about where to place it because of Mike Evans' size and frame.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. Open man has got one. It's complete. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Back-to-back gains of 17, and they are really on the march now. It's a first down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? A give to McCoy. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up first down after first down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human first down machine? I think that fits.
And they'll keep it on the ground with McCoy. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Jameis to throw it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Julian Edelman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bucs are going to take the lead. Now Franks for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball.
And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Robert Kimdichie in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Let's go. Way 90.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. Call it a 3-yard gain, but they'll be forced into a 3rd and 15 coming up.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
And on 3rd and 15, we see the dime look, 6 DBs on the field.
Playing pass all the way. Off the play fake, Bridgewater. Trying to lay one up deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big gain of 39 on 3rd.
I know they had good coverage downfield, but you have to wonder, on 3rd and long like that, how does that happen that they can get that far downfield and complete a pass? You got to guard the sticks, understand where you are, so it's almost like someone fell asleep at the switch, and now that the play's been completed, they've got to dust themselves off on defense, pick it up, and figure out how to not let that.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. And he puts it through. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. A big hit. Knocked down sideways near the 25. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now,
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
A minute 59 to go in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. A reminder with halftime approaching, when we get there, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Larry Ridley will have first-half highlights and analysis.
And I hope he's iced down his throat because he's got a lot to get through because we've had no shortage of points scored in the first half.
It has been a fun track meet.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
On third down, Bridgewater. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Holding offense.
So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They'll start on the ground with McCoy. Oh, he's got some breathing room. It's a big run there by McCoy. 45 yards on the ground. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
First down, Winston. Over the middle to Evans. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. On second down, it's McCoy. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
Third and short yardage, Winston. And he'll have his man, that's Edelman. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. And it's first and goal now, but still 10 yards to go. From the gun, Winston. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Now a second down throw for Winston. Trying to squeeze it into Edelman, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
So we've reached halftime. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared.
And now a fumble. The ball's out. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So they almost turn it over there. Scary moment. Second down here. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
Let's face it, you can... Run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Let's go. Line 90.
Bridgewater from the gun on third down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was third and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now this is fielded in the end zone. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Jameis now on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That was very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. On second down, Winston again. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
And he rifles one incomplete.
Everything. About that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I know anytime you watch a team run the ball really well, there's some pinball effect, people bouncing off of each other. There's also some things of beauty in there when you see these nice, explosive, strong runs. And this... He knows how to carry the football really well and continually wants the football. Why? He knows his offensive line's going to give him great effort, and he gives great effort himself to finish off runs.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. And he whips that one incomplete there.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to hold that one in.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Working out of the gun, Winston. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
.46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field.
Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here to his running back. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6.
The Broncos on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
On play action, it's Bridgewater. He sets to fire deep. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Fielded just inside the 30. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Here now, a look at LaShawn McCoy. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the 3rd quarter. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll run it with McCoy. And a nice spin into some open field. Past the 20. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. LaShawn McCoy with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bucs are going to take the lead. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Getting set to go again here, Teddy Bridgewater coming back onto the field. How do you break down his game so far? Just the 1 touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't, not until you balance it with the error side, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game, but that's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team, because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. They'll run it now out of the gun. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
So not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Third and long for Bridgewater. Now he'll let it go deep, right? He's got him in, complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. It's a big play there on 3rd down. 44 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. When we get together.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon. Bridgewater now. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Gerald McCoy in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Jameis Winston and company heading back onto the field now. He's been a good game manager. They're winning here in the 3rd quarter, but really the ground game is where it's been at for them, hasn't it?
So whatever the game plan was, you just got to focus on continuing to run the football. And really, that takes the pressure off of the guy throwing it around. Doesn't have to be the focal point. Hand it off, let him chew up the yardage in big plays, and your team's winning. The only people upset the fantasy guys that may have started him at quarterback in their leagues.
And we'll see if they continue with the recipe of the ground game.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They go now to McCoy. He's seen a ton of action this afternoon. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Here's Winston. Escaping the pressure right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8.
Winston now. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Holding offense.
So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away.
And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4.
Very tough spot here for the offense to start.
And a give this time to the tailback. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out, and a 5-yard penalty.
False start, offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety.
So that a double whammy. Not only do you have to give away the football, but the 2 points, that means this is now a 2-score game.
Yeah, and that's tough to deal with, isn't it? This little time left. Those 2 points doesn't seem like a lot, but it means everything now. Those are going to be the ones we're going to look back on. Those 2 points right there, the play of the game.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Looking left side, he's got it complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On the counter, here's McCoy. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. See if they stay on the ground for second down. On play action, Winston. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. It's Chris Harris with a pick. The 20. And they will finally put an end to the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. Bridgewater now on second down. And his pass incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
They gotta have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal.
Let's go.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. How about the defensive stand here from 1st and goal, 3 straight incompletion?
Yeah, I think people are wondering why didn't they try and run it at least once in there. But once the first incompletion happened, it's almost like they were committed to throwing the ball from then on out.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
When that ball was snapped, they were counting on it being now a one-possession game. Instead, the block occurs. That changes the whole mindset for them. And if you're the guys who just blocked it, you're floating off the field right now. Big-time play.
Yeah, big-time play. Could have been a 1-score game. Instead, it stays 2 scores. They run the counter now on 1st down. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. Just a gain of a yard there. Now it'll be 3rd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Winston. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. Getting set to go here, Teddy Bridgewater and company marches back onto the field. And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they've made some good adjustments, though. He's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there. Despite the fact they had a tough first half, he was locked in, right? Rocking and rolling. They came out and made their adjustments, got their confidence back. Now they're causing them all sorts of trouble.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down. The 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Finds Jake Butt over the middle. And he's brought down after a good gain. A very solid gain of 27.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. Now Bridgewater. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. And the offense still has a couple plays to go to pick up the first on 2nd down and 3.
Let's go. Play 90.
Bridgewater. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Kendall Beckwith leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
To throw, Bridgewater. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Let's go. Play 90. Play 90.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Vance Joseph can hardly bear to watch. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. So still not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that, because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking for Edelman there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Winston on 3rd and 2. On the crossing route, that's caught. Julian Edelman. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Now they'll run it on the toss. Finding room to the 20. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Whistles now in a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
Hey, a lot of points have been... scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
The Bucs on third down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And this a 39-yard attempt. And Frank's kick is good. Elsewhere across the league, 4th quarter action in Los Angeles. And it was the Rams emerging victorious. Trevor Siemian, a touchdown pass to help lead the way. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give them some breathing room and lets them build up a little cushion.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. And now stops it with a spike at 8 seconds.
The Broncos on third down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Here's Bridgewater. A man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.